Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to day 15 of the Magic Challenge from the author Rhonda Byrne. I am so excited. Day 15. Yeah, you're doing it. You're doing it. You're giving back to yourself and your health. Day 15. That's amazing. You better be proud of you because I am. So let's keep going. Today is a big one. Today is about relationships and all the times we have had to have relationships that with people that might not be the easiest to have a relationship with. There are times that, you know, some people get on every last nerve we have, and we think to ourselves, do I really have to continue to be polite to this asshole? But there are some relationships that you do have to, you know, show up for, such as if you are someone who shares um, custody with your children, with your ex partner, and you want to be, polite and cordial for the sake of your children, right? But there are times you think, ooh, if they only knew the shit I want to do. Or you have a boss, and you just don't see eye to eye, or a mother in law that is just so hard to please. So, whatever it is, sometimes in life there are just people that come along the way that just feel not the easiest to love, even though they really are, just maybe not for us. So, this challenge today is all about how do we heal these relationships with these people that might not be the easiest to have a relationship with. Um, what is something we can do when we have to deal with these kind of people? Okay. So that we don't always have to heal from these kind of people. So, in this chapter, chapter 15, it is called Magically Heal Your Relationship. So, in this chapter, she is talking all about the transformative power of gratitude if you use it when you're trying to heal and improve relationships. Because relationships, as we know, are one of the most significant aspects of our life, whether it's with our partner, our family members, our coworkers, our friends, like we mentioned. No matter who they are, sometimes conflicts and misunderstandings, they can just arise in relationships. That is so normal. So when we're doing these daily practices of gratitude and we start to also apply this to our relationships, gratitude can really play a crucial role in changing the energy in any relationship. I am telling you what, I did this exercise with my boss, and not that he's difficult, but I did this exercise with him, just focusing on doing some gratitude towards him. And I shit you not. The next day we had a one-on-one and it was my review, and when I'm telling you, he gave me the most beautiful compliments on that review and praise in a way that he hasn't in the 4 years I've worked in this company. And so I know that it was because my attitude changed from this practice and even my attitude towards my job. So it plays a crucial role in changing the energy in relationships. And Rhonda really teaches that if we want to see a positive shift in strained relationships, okay, any relationship, but especially if you're working on strained one or broken relationships, we must first focus on the things that we are grateful for about that person, no matter how small or difficult this may seem. Okay. Now, when you share custody with an ex partner, oftentimes there are some heavy emotions attached to that. Okay. Heavy emotions. So, when you are thinking of them, sometimes it's hard to think of what you're grateful for about them. But let me tell you something, even the most difficult ex has things that at one time you were so grateful for, right? So if it's your children's parent or, think of the fact that at one time you shared beautiful things together. most of the time. Okay. Let's just give a hypothetical example. You could give gratitude for the fact that even if you had 5 really rough years, and let's say you were together 10, you had 5 that were pretty good. And there were 5 that were some beautiful memories and beautiful times together and places you explored and things you've shared together. And if you've had children, this person gave you a part of your biggest blessing in life. They might have taught you how to have boundaries. They might have taught you how to open your heart. Regardless of how long or short the relationship was, that might be a difficult one, there's something about them at one time that really did provide you something to be grateful for. Okay? All right, baby. So let's get to it, to it, to it. So today, what I want you to do is I want you to obviously start your day off with your 10 things that you are the most grateful for in that moment. And then at some point during the day, and if you would rather not do your 10 things you're grateful for, that's okay. But I want you to at least do this part and then make sure you're ending your night with your gratitude rock, saying the one thing you're the most grateful for. But on this challenge, what I want you to do to magically heal relationships is I want you to identify 3 relationships. And I want you to think of the top 3 that you would like to improve. Now, if you have more than 3, then I want you to do as many as you can think of. So these could be relationships that feel a little strained. It could feel that, or it could feel like for some reason there's just a misunderstanding there. You guys just don't see eye to eye, or it's just not as positive as you wished the connection would be. Or there just seems to be like, no matter what, you just feel like you kind of piss the person off, or vice versa. I want you to think of 3 people that are relationships that you want to improve with, okay? And on. And then what I want you to do is I want you to then list what you are grateful for each of these 3 people. And I want you to write down 5 things about each person that you are truly grateful for. So let's say your friend's name was Jessica. So you could say, I am so grateful that Jessica is always here to listen. She never makes me feel like I'm a burden when I call. She's always picks up the phone no matter what time I call. She's always ready to seek to understand me. And I just feel so supported by her. I am so grateful for her. Okay. So think of your 3 people. And even though, okay, that would not really be a great, well, yes, it would. Sorry, I was thinking out loud. Why would they be a great listener if it's somebody that you're having tension with? But even if you're having tension with them, they could still be a great listener. Okay. So ignore me. I've had a few hours of sleep and I'm not normally it today. So just erase that. Okay, let me do it again. So you're going to identify those 3 relationships you want to improve on, ones that feel strained, where there's conflict, or it just needs a little bit more positivity and you want the connection to be stronger. So for those 3 people, even if they're difficult, I want you to try to find 5 things that you can think of that you are grateful for about them. Okay? If because I promise there is something. Then I want you to express gratitude to the person. So once you've written your list for each relationship, Rhonda suggests that you then read it out loud as though you are saying it to this person. So when I did this exercise, I got pictures of the people that I was doing it off of their Facebook that I was doing it for. And I looked at their picture and I talked to them as if they were sitting in front of me. Okay. So do whatever you need to do. Close your eyes and imagine them, or write it and imagine them. Okay. But then I want you to make sure that you're reading it out loud as if you are directly looking into their eyes and you are telling this person what you are grateful for about them. You don't have to tell them in real life unless you feel inspired to. Okay. But the intention is really what the feeling is behind the words that we are saying. And what we're doing is, once again, we're rewiring our brain and we're shifting those old trauma stories. Okay. Because even though they might have had some things about them that made them not the easiest person to get along with, or whatever the story is with this person, there still was good in them, and that's the whole point, is we're focusing on the good now. We're not always focusing on the story where everything is not good. Now, this part is strictly optional, okay? But don't feel like you have to do this, but you can also reach out to these people if you wanted to and express something kind to them today. It could be a message, it could be a gesture, it could be you heart their photo, but I want you to only do it if you feel genuine when you're doing it. And this is for you just to say, you're kind of showing away that you're expressing gratitude. Okay. So, once again, what this process does is it shifts your mind from focusing on the negative aspects of people to appreciating the positive. Okay. And doesn't it feel so much more healing that even if we're no longer going to have these relationships with these people and we're just going to love them from a distance, doesn't it feel so much better to love them and leave them with what you're feeling grateful for than love them, leave them, and then just, continue to think of all the things you're not grateful for about them? All right. So this exercise is ugh, this practice is so important because this exercise explains that when we focus on gratitude in relationships, we can change the energy that we bring to them. It's easy to get caught up in the negatives. I don't care how great of a person your partner is or your best friend is, there are times they get on your damn nerves. They're human. They can't be perfect all the time, right? So there's going to be times that they're going to get on your nerves. So we want to make sure that in life, when this happens, that we're giving people grace, that we're not always getting caught up in the negatives. Okay. So in this exercise, we're forced to look at the good. So by appreciating what we love about someone, what we respect about someone, we invite more positive energy into the relationship, which really can lead to a deeper connection with yourself and a deeper connection with, honestly, with the world, because you stop being in this victim consciousness. You stop looking for all the wrong and you're looking for the right. Okay. So looking ahead to today 16, tomorrow will be the magic and miracles in health. So tomorrow what we're going to do is we're going to shift our focus to health. And Rhonda talks about in that chapter how gratitude can really have an incredible impact on our physical well-being. When we express gratitude for our health, we can bring about miraculous improvements to our minds and our body. All right. So tomorrow's challenge is going to be all about appreciation for the body, even the parts that might not be in perfect condition. And it's going to help us focus on gratitude on the miracle that is our body and our body's ability to heal and function as it does. Okay. So back to our challenge. So what I want you to do for today is I want you to make sure that you are taking your gratitude list and you are picking 3 people that might not be the easiest to love, or 3 people that you are wanting to improve that relationship or even the way you see them. And I want you to write out 5 things you are grateful for about each of those people. Okay? And bonus, only if you want to, you can send it to them and let them know. Only if you want to. But I want you, regardless, even if you don't send it to them, to get a picture or picture them in your mind. Look at them and say what you said on paper that you are grateful for about them. Okay? And if your relationship you want to heal, one of the most is you better go look in that mirror and say what you're grateful for about you. All right. Okay, my beautiful, beautiful friends. I will see you back tomorrow. Bye.